This conference will now be recorded.
Very good evening, everyone.
Evening,
So
ma'am.
today, yeah, very good evening, ma. If anybody has a doubt for the previous class, any last class doubts, you can ask me. Okay, and I also give you some set of questions today. Actually, today I shared you. So if you want to try with those things, you can try. That is only the last class problems I've given. Two set of Excel sheet has been shared to you. You can cross check with that. You can work on with it, and if any doubts, you can let me know so that I can help you out in that. Okay, whatever the problems I have done with this addition, subtraction, multiplication, this minimum, maximum, average calculation, this is what I've given. You can try this. Okay, and yeah, let me ask you, if you have any doubts for the previous class, you can tell me, or else we'll continue now. Just put a message, yes, we have a doubt, or no doubt, say something, put it in a chat box. I don't have to ask you again and again. No, ma'am. Fine. Okay, fine. Brinda Sparsha doesn't have a doubt. Okay. Anybody else? No doubts then? I'll continue. No doubts, ma'am. Okay. Sadhya. Fine. So let me continue with the problems. Okay. Today we will be discussing about the logical function. Logical functions. So in this, the very first one which we are going to see is if condition. Okay. Say, let me copy some of your names itself. Okay. Never mind if I'm giving you more age or less age, please. Okay. I'm just giving here to check these situations, right? So I've given your age. I'll just randomly give some age. Okay. So 10, 18, 25, 30, 17, 5, or 23, 54, 17. 17 I've already given. Let me give 5. Now, I have a list of names and their age. What is my requirement is I want to see whether this person is eligible for voting, right? I want to know whether this person is eligible for voting. So you all know that what is the voting rights we have. If any person who is greater than or equals to 18 years, this person is having a rights for voting. At the same time, less than 18, not equal to less than 18, then he is not eligible. So this is what I'm going to give here. I need an output whether this person is eligible or not eligible. This is what I want to know. Okay, this is what I will be giving here. Okay, any person whose age is greater than or equals to 18 years is eligible for voting. If he is less than 18 years, then that person is not eligible for voting. This is what output I need it here. Okay, so now what I will do here is I'll apply a function if. So look carefully, equals to if. I'll open a bracket, logical test. Logical test. My condition is based on what? It is based on a age. So I'll select this age. If this selected cell age is greater than or equals to 18 years, comma, if the selected cell age is greater than or equals to 18, I need an output as eligible. So eligible is in a text format. So whenever you are giving a text format, always type in a double quote. So I give here as eligible. Eligible, I'll close the double quote, I'll give a comma here. Then after this, see here, my logical test is a condition. If this selected cell age is greater than or equal to 18 year, and the value, if it is true, that is value, if it is matching, I need it as eligible. Now value, if it is not matching, I need it as not eligible. And this also I'm providing within a double quote. I'll close the double quote, close the bracket, and then I press enter. Since the candidate is not having a eligible age, say example, I'll put it 20, it changes. I put 17, it is not eligible. Now I make it 18, like this. Okay. So let me know. I just want to ask you all, do you want to try along with me? Will you do a entry along with me? If you want to try along with me, put it as 1. No, first let me teach you. Then you will try later on whenever you are free. Then put it as 0. If you want to try along with me, 1. Okay. So almost everyone says as 1. So let me give you a chance. I mean a time. So I give you a time for within 2-3 minutes. Okay. Just make this entry. Take this data. Whatever. Just to type some 2-3 names and age and try this. Try this. I'll keep the text function open so that you can let me know. Okay, so within 3 minutes you have to finish this. If anybody has a doubt and you want to ask me, just ask me directly, okay? Because I'm keeping on the screen, I cannot come and check whether you have put some message or not. I'll give you 3 minutes. It is for okay, 6:43. I want you to finish by 6:46. Okay, so if it is done, just tell me. Okay, give me a voice. Okay, because I cannot come and check the chat box because others will be trying here. I hope everyone done it, right? Okay, let me again do the next line. See here, I'm doing once again equals to if I'll open a bracket. I say that if the selected cell in the cell, if the age contains greater than or equals to 18, greater than or equals to 18, comma, then what is my requirement? Eligible. I open a double quote. I say here as eligible, eligible. I'll close a double quote. I'll give a comma. Then again I open a double quote and I type here as not eligible. Okay, then again I close double quote, close the bracket. So there my condition ends. I press enter. So see, since the age is equal to 18, I'm getting this. Let me drag this. Did you all understand this? Okay, now I want to highlight the people who is not eligible for voting. I select this. Already we have done to the through the conditional formatting. So I'm going to this conditional formatting, highlight the cell rule, that text which contains not applicable. You can click on any cell, any color you want to change, you can change it. I click on OK, done. So whatever I had a condition for that, I have given. I select this. I'll go to this insert tab. I'm going for this insert tab. I'll click on this pie chart. Whichever the chart type you want, you can click on that. You will be getting. But since I do not have a values, it says me here as nothing. So let me just redo once again. I need some other condition to be applied. So okay, let me teach you now itself. I want to know how many are eligible, how many are not eligible. Among this, I want to find which is eligible, which is not eligible. So I need to count how many is eligible, how many is not eligible. So what I'm doing here, should I have to go in advance? Okay, okay. First, just do this. If you are done with this, then I'll go for the next step. This is the first problem. So charts and the remaining part I'll let you know later on. So this is based on a age. Now we will go for the next if condition. Next if condition. I just copy the same data. I put it here where I had a scores. Okay, hope you also still have this. Now I want to apply whether the result, say it as result I want to know. To apply a result, I have a condition in any subject if the candidate, if the student has scored greater than or equals to 35, then I'll consider the student is passed. If the student is scoring less than 35, I'll consider it as fail. Any subject, even one subject also, we will consider it as like this. Okay. Now my requirement here is if a candidate, a student is scoring in each and every subject, one subject in each and one subject, he or she must get this greater than or equals to 35. If she is getting less than 35, then I'll consider it as fail. Now I already have a score list here, right? I have a score list, the total score, minimum score, maximum score, average score. But my condition is in each and every subject that must be more than 35, only then pass. If not, I'll consider the student is failed. Now I'll have to check in each and every subject. So I have to put a lengthy function. Instead, I already know whether the student has scored 35 or more than that by checking this minimum value. So based on minimum function, I'm going to apply this. So let me give you equals to. I'm going to use same if condition. If, open a bracket, open a bracket. My condition is based on each subject, but each subject I cannot go and apply. I know the least score among all the subject. I can select this. So if this selected cell is greater than or equals to 35, comma, then I'll open a double quote. If this condition is matching value, if it is true, then it is pass. I'll close a double quote. I'll give a comma. Next one. I say another condition, open a double quote. If it is not matching, I say it as false. That is fail. Close the bracket, enter. Now look here. When I click on this, my logical test, my condition is based on what? My condition is based on the score. If this selected cell score is greater than or equals to 35, if this condition is greater than or equals to 35, and this condition is matching value, if it is true, that is matching, I need an output as a pass. If this is not matching, I need an output as fail. Okay, this is what I have done. So let me drag this completely till here. I get an output. So I'll give you 2 minutes. You can try this. Girls, I give you 2 minutes. Okay. So after 2 minutes, I'll start again. So please make sure you're trying this. If anybody has a doubt, please call, let me know. Okay. Give me a voice. I can understand who's having a doubt. Or if you're still not able to do, you can put a WhatsApp message. Just take a screenshot. If you're facing any problem, I can solve that also. Okay. Ma'am, can you help me out with the conditional formatting? Okay, Sparsha, if you are doing this, I'll show you this conditional formatting, okay? No problem. And others, if you are getting right answer, give it as yes. If you're getting a wrong answer, you're not able to do it, put it as no. Fast, make it fast, put it in a chat box so that we can have a look on this. If you're getting a right answer, yes. No, then put it as no. No. Grishma is having a problem. Okay, next. Anybody else? Okay, Grishma, let me know where you have a problem. In the first one, age, or in a result? Leah is able to solve. Okay, good. Result, ma'am. Okay, fine. See, let me do once again. Okay, I delete this. Equals to, if, open a bracket, my condition is based on minimum. First you have to find a minimum score. If you have a minimum score, your working is easy. I select the minimum score, greater than or equals to 35, greater than or equals to 35, comma. Okay, comma, then open a double quote. Okay, give it as pass. If the condition is matching, I need it as pass. Then close the double quote. After closing a double quote, you have to give a comma. You can see in a syntax also, after each and every text there is a comma. Now if the condition is not matching, I need it as fail. Open a double quote, type it as a fail, close the double quote, close the bracket, press enter. Then you can drag this. Okay, you will get an output. And second one, you have asked me about the conditional formatting. I need to highlight all the passes, whoever has passed, in a green color. So select the range, go for conditional formatting, highlight the cell rule, text that contains what? Text that contains, I need pass to be highlighted in a green color. I'll go for this green fills with a dark green text. I'll select this and click on a OK. Done. Okay. Sparsha, did you get this? And Grishma, how about you? Sparsha, yes. Grishma, good. So we will solve the other set of a problem. A bit advanced we will go. Okay. So first thing is we are going to learn now and. And function will not be directly used. It is just a kind of helping activities which and will do along with some other function. So first we will understand how this and is working. Then we will try with the other function. Okay. I'll copy the names, put it over here. Then I'll just take here as semester 1, semester 2, and semester 3. Semester 2, semester 3. Okay. So randomly I'm just updating. You can put it wherever you want. Okay. I take here the first all the three cells as pass. All the three cells, all the three semester, I copy and put it as pass. In the second one, I put it here, the first cell pass. The second cell I leave it blank. Third cell I put it as pass. Then I go for the next one. Here again I put it as pass, pass, and the next one also pass. Next one again I paste here. I leave the second one fail. Second and next one. So again I put it here pass. Again pass. I leave this. Excuse me. And I give here all the subject, all the semester pass. Then next one. So in the blank field, I just give here as fail. Just for a practice purpose, I'm giving, okay? Don't feel bad. This is what we have done. Okay, I have a 3 semester result. Now my condition here is, sorry, my condition here is any student, any student who is passed, okay, any student who is passed in all the subject, okay, passed in all the subject will be considered as final result, as passed, promoted. So I will take an output here instead of pass. All the three subject pass, pass. If one subject also fail, I'll take it as fail. So instead we will try with some new word. Okay, passed in all the subjects. Then I need an output here. Okay, I need an output here saying that as promoted. Promoted. Okay, any one semester also. Okay, any one sem also is having the output as a fail. Any one semester is also fail. Okay, then the final output I need it as fail only. Fail. Or if you wanted to, okay, let's take this. If any student who is failed in one semester also, we will leave the field blank. We will leave the field blank. or if any student who is passing in all the semester, then we will take it as promoted. This is what we are going to do. So I have pass, fail, I randomly gave here. I need a final result. Final result. Okay, now here I have a final result. Based on this, I'm going to apply. My condition is all the 3 semester pass, then promoted. Any one semester is also having a negative report, then I need an output saying that the field must be blank, right? Field must be blank. Now I give here equals to if, open a bracket. My condition is based on what? Right. So if we will try later, now I want to know whether all the 3 semester is pass or fail, whether the condition is correct or not. So and function is basically used to find whether the condition is correct or not. So if all the 3 semester is equals to pass, I will get it as true. I'll get an output as true. If any one semester, okay, if any one semester also is having a fail, okay, one sem is also having a output as a fail, then my final output will be false. So it will only say me whether it is right or wrong. It is only saying me whether I'm right or wrong. So to do this, I'm using AND function first. Later on, we will try with the final output. For final output, we will come later on. First, we will understand whether the condition is matching or not. So first thing equals to, I'll give here as and, open a bracket, equals to and, open a bracket. It has to give me whether the condition is true or false. Now let me do here. I'll select the first semester cell. First semester. If this selected cell is equals to, open a double quote, pass, close a double quote, comma. My second condition. If the second semester is equals to, open a double quote, type it as pass, close a double quote, give a comma. Third condition, again my third semester is equals to, open a double quote, give it as pass, close a double quote, close the bracket. If all the 3 cells is having a pass, I will get it as true. If any one cell is also not matching, I'll get a final output as a false. See here. So all the 3 condition where it is matching, true. Any one condition is not matching, false. See here, right? You can try this. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, let me know. Did you all solve this? Just say it as yes, no, say something. Yes, Leah. Okay, good. Okay, Shirley is also fine. Yeah, others. Are you all still doing? Is this the answer for still doing, or are you able to solve? Okay, fine. Let me continue. Okay, I'll continue the problem. So we will try to do the next one. Okay, I'll go for the next one. So this was my final result, but final result is my output where I need it as promoted or else I have to leave it as blank. This was my helper column. I just use this as my helper. We won't use this directly, and I said in the beginning of class itself, I mean while saying about the and function will always be used as an helping activity with the other function. We never use this to find whether it is true or false. Now I came to know whether this is true or false. My requirement here is, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, I need it as promoted. If the condition is false, I need to leave it as blank. Let me show you in a two methods. Okay. So now equals to the first method which I'm showing you, equals to, if I'll open a bracket, I'll open a bracket, if this selected cell is equals to the text true, then close the double quote, comma, I need it as promoted, and this promoted I have to give it within double quote, promoted, close the double quote, comma. If this condition is not matching, so if this condition is not matching, I need to leave the field blank. Open a double quote, close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. See what it says? Everything is blank. The reason I have to use this conditions, TRUE, in a capital, but still it doesn't give me an output. Why? Because I cannot use this cell directly. It gives me an output to give an output here. So instead, I'll apply a function. Okay, I'll apply a function. I'll remove all the functions here. Clear formats. Now using this helper, we will do it. Okay, now equals to, if, open a bracket, but I'm not using this function. I'm going to type another function, that is and, open a double quote, I mean open a bracket, equals to, and, okay, this I'm giving you. Let me do once again. I'm using an AND function here, equals to, if, I'll open a bracket, I'll use an AND function. AND function I'm using for the applying logical test for my helper activities. I say here, if the first cell, if the selected cell is equals to pass, I'll close a double quote, I'll give a comma. My second cell, if it is equals to pass, close a double quote, comma, and the third semester, excuse me, and the third semester is equals to pass, I'll close a double quote, close the bracket, give a comma. So for if condition, the logical test itself I've used here as AND function. If all this condition is matching, that is, if all these are true, I need an output as promoted. I'll open a double quote, type it as promoted, close the double quote, give a comma, or else I need to leave a blank. So I'll open a double quote, close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. So this is what I am getting an output. I can drag like this. Now see, wherever there is a condition false, the field are blank. The field are blank. Did you all understand this? Did you all understand this? For if condition, logical test, I've used a AND function. Value, if it is true, I used a promoted. If it is false, I just left it as blank. This is what we have done. Now I don't need this helper column. I can delete it. If I take a helper column for applying a function, then even if I delete this, I'll have a problem. But now see, I don't have to use this function. Even if I delete, I get a final output properly. You all can try this. I'll give you 2 minutes. Try fast. Did you all solve this? Were you able to do? Yes. No, say something fast. Yes. Good. So I only get a response from two or three people. Fine then. Let's continue with the next one. The same way we have another functions as or functions. Okay, I'll put it over here. I need some qualification. Okay, I'll take a qualification. For qualification, I'll give randomly something like BCom. My mistake. BCom, BBA, um, BSc. Only three things I'm doing this. BCom, copy this, put it away, and I take here as BBA. Now my requirement is if any candidate. Okay, I just take it this as a interview selection report. Okay, so there will be many people who is attending an interview. When they attend an interview, everywhere after interview they will be shortlisting, right? They have to shortlist who is selected, who is rejected. So this shortlisting, what happens, it depends on the qualification first and the experience, qualification and their experience. So based on this we will be having first condition, we will try to do based on a qualification, then we will go with an experience. Okay, so any candidate who is equals to, okay, whose qualification, I need any candidates whose qualification is, okay, whose qualification that is equals to BCom. They can be BCom person, or they can be a BBA candidate also. They can, I can select any of them. If that is equals to BCom or BBA, I need them as a selected. If this condition is not matching, then I need it as rejected. Okay, so for this, we will take another column here, a helper tool. Okay, I'll take here helper again. Now what here is, if all the three condition matches, here what happens, all the three condition matches, you will get it as true. Any one condition also fail, you will get it as false. But in our function, what happens, any one function matches. Okay, any one function also it is matching, you will get as true. If any function is matching, true. Both the condition is not matching, then you will get it as false. Okay, now we will see, first we will work on this or function, then we will go for this function. So for or function, I'm using here equals to or open a bracket. If this selected cell is having a qualification that is equals to, open a double quote, I say here as BCom, close a double quote, give a comma, then again I select the same cell because I have a two condition, BCom or BBA. Again I select the same cell, equals to, I say here as BBA, close the double quote, then close the bracket. If both the condition, if the selected cell, either it is a BCom, I'll get it as true. Either it is a BBA, I'll get it as true. Both the condition is not matching, then I have to get it as false. So see, BCom, get it as true. Let me just expand this. Now see, BSc, BSc. So it is not matching. Remaining everything is true. I'm getting this output. So you can try this because I'm going to start with the if function, another function along with this. I'll give you another 1 minute. Make it fast. Have you all done this? Yes? No? Say something, please. Yes. Yeah. Leah, Rida, good. I appreciate your response quickly. Okay, so others are still not doing. Let me continue with the next one. Instead of this helper, I want a final output whether this candidate is selected or not. Shortlist, shortlisted report. I want. Okay, now for doing this, what I'm going to use here, I'll use I'm not going to take a help of this. Directly, we are going to type a function equals to if open a bracket and this candidate, if this candidate is I mean, if the selected cell, sorry, if equals to if open a bracket, I need to give a or function. I'll open a or function. If the selected cell is equals to bcom, open a double quote, give it as bcom, close a double quote, give a comma. Then again, the same cell you selected. If it is equals to bba, I'll close a double quote, right? Then close a bracket. Or function ends here. That means my logical function ends here. After closing a bracket, give a comma. Then what is my output required? Promoted. I give here as promoted. Then I close a double quote. Then again I give a comma, open a double quote, type it as rejected. Rejected, close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. So if any candidate is BCom or BBA, you will get it as promoted. If not, you will get it as rejected. So see, I'm getting the same output. You can try this. I'll give you another 1 minute. Okay, if you all are done with this, we'll continue with the next process. I take the same thing, copy and paste it here. Same names and the qualification, I need it. Here, I don't have one condition. I have take another condition here as experience. I taken experience also here. Now, let me give an experience as 1.5, 2.5, 5, 2 years, zero experience, then 1.6 years of experience, 5 years of experience, and 1.9 years of experience. Now, what is my requirement here is my first condition, the names of the candidate. Okay, let me take the candidate required qualification. Okay, I need required qualification is the same thing. Let me take the same thing. I need it as BCom and or BBA. This is my required qualification. Then I need a required experience. Required experience, it must be less than or equals to 2 years. Okay, only this is my required. So I have a two condition. For using this, we already know we will be using a OR function for this. For experience, we will use if function. So totally we are going to use three conditions here. Three condition. Look carefully, we are going to use three condition. Okay. So this is my shortlisted candidates output. Okay. Now I give here equals to if if you want me to show through the LPAD, I can show you, or finally I'll just give you output that I'll do. First, I'll do final output. If you're not able to understand, then I'll show you one by one. Okay, so equals to or I open a bracket. If the selected cell is equals to, I'll open a double quote, I say it is a BCom. Close the double quote, comma. I again select the same cell. I say equals to, this must be equals to BBA. Close the double quote, close the bracket or function. So if this condition is matching, I need an output as selected. But I also have one more condition as experience. So I use here one more if condition. I say here if this selected, okay, if this selected cell is less than or equals to 2 years, comma, I need an output as selected. Close the double quote, comma. If not, I need it as rejected. I'll open a double quote. I say here as rejected. Again, I close a double quote, close the bracket. Now look here. This first if condition has a logical test as OR function. Value if it is true is if function. I need it value as false. Now I need another condition which is value as false. So for false condition, again I give here as rejected. Close the double quote, close the bracket, enter. Explain you what is this condition. Now if function is a logical test. For logical test, I've used a OR function. Inside this OR function, I have a logical 1 and logical 2. For that which I have used a condition. So my logical function for if first if condition ends, then if the condition is matching, I need an output. So for an output, I also had another condition with an experience. I used another if condition. Can you see here? When I click on this, value if it is true, right, selected. Value if it is false, it is rejected. This is for what? This inside if condition. For outside if condition, when I say for outside if condition, I click on this value if it is false, you can see an output, it is selected. Value if it is false, rejected. So if both the condition is matching, supporting, then I get it as selected, or else I'll get it as reject. You can see here what is happening. right? Did you all get to know this? Any doubts? Say if you understood, yes. If you didn't understand, you want me to explain with the helper kind of columns, then I can explain you. So just one message, yes, understood. If not, just keep it as no, ma'am. Repeat. Okay, understood, ma'am. Good. So I get Rida Leah as yes. Good, clear. Well done. Okay, so you can try. I'll give you 2 minutes. You can try this fast. Did you all solve this? Ma'am, can you please explain once again? Vrinda, yes, I can explain you. See, what I did here is, I'll show you all the three condition. Okay, all the three condition we will do together. Okay, my first condition was based on a this one, right? For this, I have used this function. This was my function, my first condition. I copy this and I put it over here. First condition. Second condition, if these are matching, I need in my final output promoted or rejected, right? So I did this. Okay, let me copy this and I'm putting here. Done. My third condition was based on experience. For this, what I have done equals to, if, I'll open a bracket, if this selected cell is less than or equals to 2 years, comma, okay, I need a promoted, close a double quote, give a comma, again open a double quote, give it as rejected. Or sorry, it was selected, right? I need it as selected. Close the double quote, comma, double quote, I give here as rejected. Then I close the double quote, close the bracket, done. Right? Now what I want, both the things, if both are selected, say example, I'll change here. If both are selected, okay, if both the condition are selected, my final output will be selected. Right? If both the condition is having any one problem, then I need a rejected. So we are going to use all these three condition. Okay, all these three condition. Let me take a text box to show you the information. I draw here. Okay, now I'll just copy this. This was my first condition, right? And then this was my second condition. So first condition along with that which I have done. Then the third condition, this was my third condition. Right. Now, when I have here if and or, here all the three condition, I have to put it as one part. Okay. So what did I do? If condition I have. For this if condition, I've used a or function as a logical and here true function and rejected as a false function. Now what happens? I have one more condition. For this, you know that in a if function, we have a logical we have and true condition we have. If the condition is matching, I'll take it as true. If the condition is not matching, I'll take it as false. Excuse me. So I've taken this function here. Okay, I've taken this function. So all this together is, sorry, I'll take it as no fills. Together is a logical. Understood? This is a logical. Now true condition is what? This is my true condition. My true condition says that it has to be selected. It has to be selected. So I've taken here as selected. Okay, my false condition is rejected. I'll take it as blue. Okay, my false condition is rejected. Now what happened? I have one more condition if this condition is matching. So if this condition is matching selected, if this condition matching is also selected, I need. Both the condition is not matching, I need it as rejected. So what did I do? I copy this. Let me make it bold. Okay, I'll change this to some other color. Which color I'll take? I'll take this yellow color. Okay, so this one, what did I do? In the place of, okay, in the place of rejected, I use this in place of rejected. So I remove false, this false condition. I remove this and I am pasting this function. Now, what happened here is I got the function selected, fine, comma. For rejected, I've given this. If this condition is also not matching, this condition is also not matching, I need an output saying that as finally rejected. rejected. Okay, for your understanding, I'll do this again. See here. So this is what we have done. In the place of blue, I pasted this. Okay, in the place of blue, I pasted this one. This is what I have done. Okay, and this is my, okay, this is my final output. What you want to get it, you can give here. Okay, so here in logical first, if condition, I've used this for true function. For true function, okay, instead of the selected, in the place of selected, what did I do? I have used another if condition. Another if condition I have used, then I've given here as rejected. So for true function, it will come like this. For rejected, it will come like this. All the three combination I'm putting into together, three functions. Clear now? Now this is becoming a true function for me. Once you start doing it, you will understand. Instead, I'll show you this same thing in a function. Instead of explaining like this, let me show you here. Now see here, selected if function as a logical function. For logical function, I've used this, that is or function, because I need a qualification, based on a qualification whether this person is selected or rejected. So if this condition is matching, I need an output saying that selected. But I have one more condition on experience. For this, I've used another if condition to define this. So both the condition, if it is matching, I need a output as selected. If the condition is not matching, I need an output as rejected. This is what we have done here. Okay. Now let me do one more thing. I'm coming for this result I have. I need to apply a grade. I need to apply. For applying a grade, I'll give a condition here. Okay, if you need a grade, okay, for A grade, I'm just typing here so that you can understand this. A grade, B grade, then I'll go for C grade, D grade. Four condition I have. So how many subjects? Overall, six subjects. So total is 600. Okay. So what is this total? Everything is within 300. I'll make this to 83, 400, 350, 339. Okay. In this 60 as 40. Now, any student who's scoring more than 400 is A grade. Any student who is scoring, that is more than 350 but less than 400, will be B grade. Any student who is scoring more than 300 but less than 350 will be considered as C grade. Any student who is scoring less than 250 will be considered as B grade. So that means greater than or equals to we are using here, greater than and equals to. See, usually when we apply a if function, right? So I'll give this greater than or equals to 250, but less than this will become a, excuse me, okay, I'll give here as 335. Less than 335 will become like this. So here, this condition matches any marks between this condition, I must get it as A grade. This condition is matching with a score of 350 greater than or equals to but less than 400, B grade, right? At the same time, all these are only a condition which I have, but I do not have any condition for a false. If this condition is matching, I need this one. B grade condition matches B1. C matches for C grade. D matches for the score, then this D grade. But there is no negative, that is false condition we do not have. So when we do not have any false condition, then too we can apply a if function. So this, I'm going to apply a if function here. Again, C here equals to if I open a double quote, okay, I open a double quote here. I say that if this total score is greater than or equals to 400, comma, I need an output as what? A grade. So you can type anything within a double quote. That is what will be your output. A grade. Close the double quote. Give a comma. My second condition, B grade I need. So again, if condition, open a bracket. Then select the same total. If this is greater than or equals to 350. 350, comma, I need an output as B grade. I close this double quote, close the give a comma, then again third condition. If I open a bracket, I select this total marks greater than or equals to 335. Greater than or equals to 335. I need an output as C grade. C grade. Then I close a double quote, give a comma. Already I have used here equals to 335, but I don't want to use here. So since I have already used as equals to, I'll be giving here if, open a bracket, select the cell of a total. If this is less than 335, 335, comma, I need an output as B grade. Open a double quote, type it as a B grade, close the double quote. Now see here, each and every bracket, black, red, purple and green, all are in a different bracket colors, which means my function is correct. Now close all the brackets, how much you have opened. I opened the 4 brackets, all the 4 brackets I'll close, then I press enter. When I drag this, I get a perfect grades here. If you want, you can make a note of this. Try this again. Everyone try this. Try this and let me know fast. Did you all solve this? Any doubts? Any doubts? See, please respond me. If you're not responding me, how will I know? Okay. No, ma'am. Good. So no doubts. Okay. The same if functions, I'm not using the same functions to be given to you. I'll give you another set of paper for working. That is for your practice. You can try on that. Okay. Is it fine to everyone? Okay, try to do the first paper which I have given, the second practice paper with the logical functions which we have done with the if and or. All these things I'll be sharing you. Okay, let me tell you, only if I'm using one if condition and without any other conditions, then it will be called as if condition. Along with the if I'm using another function, then it is called as nested condition. Nested condition. Since we are working with the if along with the another brackets, too many functions, if and or if like this functions if you are using, then it will be called as a nested function. Here, fine then. That's all for today. We'll have a class tomorrow. Okay. Try to practice everything. Any doubts, you can ask me in tomorrow's class. We'll sit and discuss. Okay.